One. Welcome everyone to the Dome in Bluefield, Virginia for senior night in Bluefield. The Rams taking on the Montreat College Cavaliers here at the Dome on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Hello everybody. Hayden Chanley and Bailey Engel here. A great atmosphere here for some basketball tonight. And Hayden, Bluefield has been tailing a little bit, really. As we mentioned, senior night, Hannah Preservati still in a boot, and the Rams have been really trying to replace her absence.
Not having Hannah is going to hurt the Bluefield Rams, and it has the past couple meetings. She does a little bit of everything for the Rams. Leader in assists, second on the team in points, really a do-it-all kind of player. One of those kids you just love to coach. Rams have been missing her as of late.
Well, in that last game against Tennessee Wesleyan, they did not have Hannah Preservati. Got beaten Athens, Tennessee, 77-61 against the Bulldogs. They let Madison Walkup have 9 threes. But here against Montreat today, a team that comes in 7-20, 6-16 in the AAC, they're due for a win, but the Rams were actually one of their victories just a few weeks ago down in North Carolina.
Yeah, Montreat has lost 5 of their last 6 games and just 3-11 in their last 14. Coming in struggling a little bit. I got a chance to catch up with Coach Corey Mullins before the game. His team was out-rebounded 41-27 in that January 22nd meeting you speak of. He said it's going to be really key for his girls to block out Montreat, limit them to one shot, and then get back on offense.
See some seniors on the floor tonight. Adrian Goodlett, the senior from New Kent, Virginia. Tyra Jackson coming out of Bluefield. Autumn Hash from nearby Tazewell. John Tisha Haynes getting the start today, the senior from Triangle, Virginia. And as well as Shekinah Huggins, senior point guard from Newport News. In the middle of the tip-off, it will be Camilla Drake and Adrian Goodlett. We got a great set of basketball players here today. And we're just about ready to go. In the air and tip the way of Montreat onto the right side as Montreat takes the ball left to right. Sierra Brown running as the point guard near the top of the key now with some possession. Perez now pops and hits. That's actually Jayla Daniels, who actually led the way in scoring against Bluefield back a few weeks ago, and now it's 2-0 Montreat.
Nice little turnaround jumper there in the paint to get started for Montreat.
So I have to see what Shekinah Huggins can do here today. The left-handed dribble pops it over right side to Haynes into the right wing, swinging around the arc. And it's 2-0. Adrian Goodlett steps into a tray. Nothing but net.
Money.
3-2 Rams up now as Adrian Goodlett, we saw in that game against Reinhardt a few weeks ago, at the Dome has a ton of confidence from beyond the arc.
Ton of confidence. She plays extremely hard, Bailey. It's going to be key for her to have a good game.
Speaking of confidence, Naroshka Perez from the hip draining the tray.
And that was from deep, Bailey. They're going to have to get a handout on her.
5-3 now the score. 9 minutes left to go first quarter. And Huggins likely to switch out with Emily Hart, who's just a sophomore. And you also see Corey Mullins getting the start to some of these Rams seniors today. No Danae Cox in the lineup, but she was just given a commemoration ball after scoring 1,000 points. Meanwhile, Autumn Hash can't get it to fall from the paint, tipped out of bounds, and it will stay with Bluefield.
Good feed into the post there, turnaround. A little bit of contact, wasn't able to score, but Rams get the ball back underneath.
Now Huggins with an inbounds pass on the right side, switching around, feeds Jackson far corner. 8:40 left to go, overheads right wing Huggins. On a left wing dribble, Goodlett still just parked out on that left fan. Swings it out to her, Huggins at the top of the key, chest pass right side, Haynes. Overheads Jackson near the elbow, pops it back out to Huggins. Rams just working around the arc, and it's tipped into the hands of Perez for an early steal for the Cavaliers. Well,
good step in there by Montreat, good steal.
Already looking for the three from the right wing, that's Katie Dillon, and already missing. So you're seeing with Montreat, they don't really have a lot to play for because the Rams already have that 8 seed wrapped up. So for this Montreat team, just playing for pride here, and they're like, why not shoot it from beyond the arc?
During that last meeting, they shot 44% from 3. They're not scared to jack it up.
Bumping in the lane, lost and picked away by Dillon. Outlet stolen by Jackson. Almost a backcourt violation, but tipped it into Autumn Hash. Feeds Goodlett on the left wing, dribbles it out over to Haynes. Now taking it down the baseline, swing out Goodlett, feeds Huggins, arcs a 3. Back iron miss, bumping into the hands right of Sienna Hicks. So here comes Hicks, chest pass right side, intended for Perez and almost stolen, but trucked out of bounds by Huggins right near that bench, headed by Corey Mullins in his 4th year as the head coach of Bluefield. Tim Lewis, the interim coach for Montreat in his first season.
Good start, good pace to this game thus far. We just got to get some more stops on defense, Bailey.
5-3 the score as Brown pass up towards the right side over for Jayla Daniels. Turns around and misses. Rebound Jackson. The Rams taking the ball right to left. Huggins taking it right over that Rams logo. 7:23 left to go first quarter. 5-3 the score. Rams down. Autumn Hash underhands Jackson towards the top of the key and underhands it right back over to Goodlett onto the right wing. Just 12 to shoot now. Rams need a shot. Huggins, step back tray. Once again, a back iron miss and a rebound snatched out of the air by Daniels. So
Daniels was one of the key performers in that last month's win over Bluefield as she posted a double-double.
Entry pass to Daniels and drills home a baseline jumper.
Going to have to get a hand in her face, Bailey.
7-3, and you got to wonder what the Rams can do against this Montreat team that has really struggled to find any sort of success on the season and still find their way against Bluefield. Meanwhile, Autumn Hash with a line drive tray from the far corner.
Unexpected shot there, Bailey. She finds the nylon. We'll take it. Rams cut the lead to 1.
Autumn Hash is a player that really gets it done in the low post, but she's not afraid to chuck it up there from beyond the perimeter. On the right side, now the top of the key, over for Daniels. Entry pass down to Sienna Hicks. Bounce in the lane, kicks out Dillon, and hits from 15 feet on the right side. Timeout called by Corey Mullins. Now it is 9-6. Rams down by 3 here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. 6:17 left to go, first quarter. Welcome back to the Dome, everyone. Bailey Engel, Hayden Chanley. We got basketball for you today, a doubleheader of sorts for the AAC matchup. Rams taking on the Montreat Cavaliers. Now down by 3, a little over 6 minutes left. Brittany Holman enters the game, another senior for Bluefield. Bounce pass left corner, Adrian Goodlett matched up with Dillon. Loops a pass in the corner and almost drills the cheerleading coach for Bluefield. Their first turnover of the game, 9-6 the score.
Not a good possession there for the Rams. 4 minutes gone by here in the first quarter. You wonder how long Coach Corey Mullins is going to leave these seniors out there before he brings in the normal starters in Danae Cox, Emily Hart, and Kiara Bellanier.
Well, Danae Cox already parked out from the top of the key there for Bluefield. Meanwhile, checking in for Montreat, Ariana Williams. She will replace Sienna Hicks. So the Rams really trying to find strength in that zone defense like they have so many years in the past, where Corey Mullins strengthens the team on that zone. At the top of the key, here comes Williams. Entry pass on the left side for Jayla Daniels on a stutter step. Bounce in the lane, hooks with the right hand, misses the layup. Rebound, Autumn Hash on the right block.
Great move by Daniels there. She just wasn't able to finish.
Here's Huggins on a hard drive, left side. Chest pass, Goodlett. Underhand, Sinead Cox chucks a 3. Misses from the corner. Tips it back into her hand. Stole that away from Perez. Now a pass on the left side. Goodlett storms down the baseline, hooks, and clunks in that layup.
Great move there by Goodlett, taking the ball right to the hole through the contact and finishes it for 2.
Well, Adrian Goodlett, what power she had on that drive, and she might have broken the glass there with that two-handed layup. On the right side, here comes Sierra Brown. Picks up her dribble and underhands Perez. Skates towards the top of the key and retreats back out towards the left wing. Step back triple, misses right side, and the ball pinballs into the hands of Danae Cox right near that Bluefield bench. 9-8 the score. Outlets Goodlett right side. Overheads Autumn Hash, chucks a 3. This is front iron, tipped into the hands of Huggins. Great job by Brittany Holman, not giving up on that one. Here's Danae Cox, stutter step, stumbles in the lane, and a foul called. The first one of the game. That one will be charged on Sierra Brown.
And you can tell just from the jump, first part of this quarter, Bailey, Bluefield making an extra effort on the offensive end of the floor to really crash the board, as they have a couple offensive rebounds already here in the early going.
Well, a big substitution coming up for Montreat. Hannah Calloway into the game, as well as Sienna Hicks and Jasmine Dixon. And then into the game for Bluefield, Kiara Bellanier. Right off the inbounds pass, it just goes right off the paws of Adrian Goodlett, and that will give the ball right back to Montreat. Well, Brittany Holman back into the game for Bluefield. Did not travel in those last couple of trips, including the last one to Athens as well as Union. Entry pass down low, picked away by Bellanier. They were trying to find Jayla Daniels. The Bluefield gets it back with 4.5 minutes left to go first quarter. 9-8 the score. Bellanier, Euro step, scoops and misses. Well, you got to get those layups to fall if you're Kiera Bell-Lanier, because that was just a highway of a lane.
Great move there by the southpaw. She just wasn't able to finish at the rim. Almost too wide open, Bailey.
On the top of the key, Dixon's lazy pass stolen away by Huggins. On her way towards the hoop, zigzags and bounces the ball off of the referee and out of bounds. It will go to Montreat. So Huggins on the steal had an errant dribble trying to curve it back towards her teammates on the left side of the basket, actually hit the referee, and then it went right back to Montreat. So that will prompt Huggins' exit and Emily Hart's entrance to this game.
The seniors had a good start thus far, just an errant mistake there. She's played great defense. Bluefield looks to be back up in that matchup.
Well, 9-8 the score. Passes right side, Sienna Hicks. Holman on the defense. Hicks off a screen, skates down the lane, steps, shoots, and is fouled as the shot just went straight up in the air.
Good move there by Montreat. Wasn't able to finish, but she drew the contact. Now she goes to the line for 2 shots.
Well, that'll be the first one on Adrian Goodlet, player that is pretty prone to getting a ton of fouls because of her aggression. Now Sienna Hicks stepping up right to that free throw line, loops the first free throw, and tickles the twine to give Montreat the 10-8 lead. Clock is stopped at 3:57. Checking into the game, Ariana Williams for Montreat.
Ariana Williams, a player that leads Montreat in assists and steals, had a great game last on their January 22nd meeting. It's going to be key for her to have another good game.
Meanwhile, the second shot missed, and now a foul will be called on Jasmine Dixon, draped over the back of Goodlet, and the Rams get the ball back. That'll be the first foul on Dixon and the second one on Montreat. Emily Hart taking the ball up for Bluefield for the first time. Passes left side. Brittany Holman pressured by Dixon. Swings out right wing Hart as Bluefield has 18 on the shot clock. Here's Goodlet. Angles a pass out today. Cox left wing. Crossover dribble. Drives in the lane. Floats. Misses. Rebound Bell-Lanier. Puts it on the deck. Going up for 2. And she's fouled in the process. So Bell-Lanier with the offensive board gets a second chance for Bluefield. And now she'll get a couple of chances at the charity stripe.
Good rebound there. Good finish. Very athletic, by far the most athletic player on this Bluefield Rams team. She leads the team in rebounds. Now let's see if she can go to the line and convert on the foul.
Well, she has been a little bit better at the free throw line as of late. Kiera Bell-Lanier zips that one right through to give it a 1-point game. It's been an all-out lead for Montreat in this one. 10-9 the score, but trying to change that here. Bell-Lanier shoots and scores. Tied up 10-10, 3:35 left to go first quarter.
See if we can string together a few stops here, Bailey, on the defensive end.
Now the sophomore into the game, Haley Turman, provides a little bit more aggression there in that low post, as well as a perimeter shooter. Passes left side, Callaway pressured out towards the far sideline by Emily Hart. Rams in that zone defense at the top of the key. Sienna Hicks starts to shuffle out left side. Passes right, Dixon, bounce in the corner for Callaway. Lets a 3 go, it rims out, tipped out of bounds off of the hands of Jayla Daniels, and now Bluefield will get it back.
Bluefield had great position there. Good block out. That's going to make Coach Corey Mullins very happy.
Well, Camilla Drake enters the game for Montreat with 3:09 left to go first quarter. Rams have tied it up 10-10. Emily Hart looking for her first points of the game. Another athlete for Bluefield. Has a good basketball IQ. Bell-Lanier overheads Hart right wing. Swings it top of the key. Danae Cox and feeds Holman on the left wing side. Just 2:50 left to go. Spinning in the lane. Haley Turman arcs and hits the shot with a hook.
Good spin move there in the lane. Turns over her left shoulder. Lays it up for 2. Good move there, Bailey.
First lead of the game for Bluefield at 12-10. Camilla Drake entering for Montreat, wearing those navy blue shirts and the gold lettering. Drake, a bounce pass into the paint, pinballs around, and is stolen away by Danae Cox. Another turnover for Montreat.
Good steal there by Bluefield. Got an opportunity here.
Camilla Drake on the defense, and Bell-Lanier traveled right off of that great move into the steal by Danae Cox.
Just shoveled her feet there on the catch. Turnover for the Rams. Let's keep playing good defense here to end the quarter. So far, Bluefield has been very dominant on the defensive end of the floor.
Rams still up 12-10 in this one with 2:24 left to go in the first quarter here on senior night. So a lot of emotions running high for the Rams. And interestingly enough, no seniors on the floor right now. Crockett, Bell-Lanier, Danae Cox, Haley Turman, and Emily Hart. Right down the lane goes Perez. Somehow jumps into that layup and bullets it off the window.
Perez is one of those leaders for Montreat, averaging 16 points per game in her last 3. She's hit 9 threes in her last 3 games. She really leads this Montreat team.
Under 2 minutes left to go. Now 12-12 as Emily Hart bumps her way down the left side of the paint. Scoops and scores. All of these layups have seemingly just cracked the window. They are just throwing it right up there, and it went right in for Emily Hart, her first points of the game, 14-12. Camilla Drake starts to storm in the lane and is hacked by Haley Turman. And that'll be Turman's first foul and a team second.
Good move there. Now she's going to the line for 2 shots. Just didn't slide her feet there. Now she goes to the line. See if she can convert.
Camilla Drake is a sophomore right out of Hickory, North Carolina. Montreat, a good little ride from here, not too far from Asheville, North Carolina, as Drake misses the first shot. Actually the home of Billy Graham.
Didn't know that, Bailey.
Yeah, he's still living down there, kind of retired from a lot of his reverend duties, but still calls Montreat home. Camilla Drake hits the second shot, and Bluefield will lead by 1, 14-13, as Drake converts 1 of 2. Emily Hart jogging right down into the right wing on that left wing dribble, chest pass, Danae Cox. Angles her way in the lane, feeds Turman, long 2 from the left wing, clunks right into the hands of the new player in, Katie Dillon. So here comes Perez, her team down by 1. Bluefield already has lost to this Montreat team by 15 earlier this year. Dixon feeds Dillon on the left side, Emily Hart on her like glue on the defense. Camilla Drake left wing, 13 to shoot, chest pass on the right side for Callaway. Dribbles out, lets a 3 go, misses front rim, tipped under the basket, hauled in finally by Camilla Drake on the left block. A minute left to go, swings top of the key, Callaway. This Montreat team with nothing to lose, not afraid to shoot the 3. Dillon, entry pass over to Dixon, stutter step, steps in the lane, swings a layup and misses. Rebound Bellinear with 50 seconds left to go. Today Cox on an outlet, Emily Hart right wing, underhands Cox top of the key, feeds Bellinear. Hard step in the lane, layup falls, and the foul.
Great move there by Bellinear with the left hand, putting it on the floor, finishing strong. Let's see if she can go to the line and convert the old-fashioned 3-point play.
Well, you already noted at her athleticism, and right there you got a taste of it from Kira Bellinear. She had that hack right towards the top of the key and then stepped in Jasmine Dixon. That'll be her second foul, and a team fourth with 42.2 seconds left to go before the second quarter.
The last meeting between these two wasn't one of Bellinear's better games, only 6 points along with 6 turnovers, so I'm sure she wants to better herself in this matchup.
So far she does, hitting another free throw there as it bounces off the back iron and falls right through the net. 17-13, 4-point lead for Bluefield. Here comes Sienna Hicks, pressured by Emily Hart, bumping her hard near that defense. Hicks trying to take it herself to the cup, and she's fouled by Hart.
Hart just couldn't slide her feet quite quickly enough. Montreat will get the ball underneath the basket.
Now an inbounds pass coming up for Callaway, or rather that will be Dillon. And the ball over her head, now swings it top of the key. Danae Cox didn't jump up to get it, and that's why you see her frustrated on that clap there. Passes left side, Drake, entry pass tipped in the air by Turman, but stolen away by Daniels. On a pump fake in the far corner, Bellinear almost swats it away, zips it into Dillon, underhands Camilla Drake, or rather that's a shot for Daniels, does not fall. Dillon picks it up on the loose end, but it was tipped out of bounds by Sienna Hicks, so Bluefield will get it back with 14.4 seconds left to go in the period and the shot clock off.
I tell you, as a coach, Bailey, you're never satisfied, but I tell you, Coach Mullins has to be happy with the way his team's playing on the defensive end of the floor in the first quarter.
Onto the left corner, Janae Cox with 4 seconds to shoot. Off the screen, pops from the left side. Back iron miss, rebound to Callaway, who bullets it down and misses. So now Bluefield goes into the second quarter, up 17-13. Into the second quarter we go. Rams on top 17-13, leading the way in scoring for Bluefield. Cara Bellinier, 3 of 3 from the free throw line, hit her 1 shot when she was fouled with 5 points. And then also with 5 points, Adrian Goodlet, who hit a 3, as well as 1 regular field goal. On the other end, 5 points for Nini Perez. And that is the leading scorer for Montreat as Bluefield gets it back, going right to left. Autumn Hash back in the game, the senior from Tazewell. On her hands, Crockett, the freshman, coming out of Withville. In the lane, she goes, scoops with the right hand, and hits the layup with the foul.
Good, strong move there in the lane. Crockett goes to the line to see if she can convert. She has a bright future ahead of her, I believe, Bailey.
Tiana Crockett now makes it 19-13 for Bluefield. You talk about a bright future. You could see when she got into the game, starting in the season early on, she didn't have a lot of confidence because of those seniors around her, some of the older players like Danae Cox as well. Crockett finds her athleticism and isn't afraid to go to the hoop.
And you hear it all the time. Those freshmen, towards the end of the year, coaches tell them they're not freshmen anymore. And she's obviously grown up since the beginning of the year.
Misses that free throw as her team leads by 6 points, 19-13. Here comes Perez, pops back from 17 and hits. Perez now with 7 points.
Perez really makes Montreat go. Averaging 10 points a game, only has played in the last 13 games this season, so let's keep an eye on see how well she's able to get off on the offensive end.
Montreat only at 7-20. Open Danae Cox from the left corner. Misses the 3, tipped in the air, rebound by Jayla Daniels. Outlets Perez, almost cherry picking near that midcourt line. And now Montreat will set up from the far sideline. Hicks trucks into the lane and a charge called as Danae Cox fell flat on her back. Hicks went into the painted area with reckless abandonment, and Cox made her pay.
Great job there by the Richmond, Virginia native. Cox just slides over, takes the charge. That's what a coach loves to see right there, Bailey.
And Emily Hart will take it back for Bluefield. That's the type of momentum and all the plays that the Rams want to start picking up. Crockett in the corner, hard head fake, gallops down the lane, chest pass left wing out to Emily Hart. Near the free throw line, swings it right corner, Danae Cox kicks out left side, Crockett, feed to Hash, pops from 10, too short on the baseline jumper, and a rebound near the basket for Ariana Williams. Feed over for Perez in the near corner, swings a 3, misses bad. Goodlet on the rebound on the far side.
Good block out there by Goodlet. Now the Rams are off in transition.
Right to left go to the Rams. Emily Hart underhands Crockett left wing with 8.5 minutes left to go before halftime. Rams lead by 4. Danae Cox shoots and misses from the top of the key. Tipped around, finally hauled in on a defensive rebound by Montreat. So Danae Cox now struggling a little bit from 3, 0 of 3 from beyond the arc. 3 ball missed that time by Sierra Brown, her first shot of the game. Goodlet with another rebound, fighting hard, got it to Danae Cox in the backcourt. Now into the front court, Emily Hart, ugly pass to Crockett, open lane to the basket. She just baked out Ariana Williams. It was a bad pass from Hart. It stuttered on Williams, and then she had an open lane right to the square.
The ends don't always justify the means, Bailey, but we'll take it.
After that basket, a timeout called by Tim Lewis, 21-15. Rams on top here with just about a little over 8 minutes left to go in this first half. After the easy layup from Crockett, the Rams lead 21-15 against a team that they really miserably lost to 67-52 earlier on this month. Another 3 from Perez from the left wing, misses. Ball bounces hard onto the far sideline, and Bluefield will get it back. Kendall Cloninger into the game for Bluefield. So kind of a shooter's lineup for the Rams without Danae Cox, though. Emily Hart, just a sophomore from Independence, Virginia, grew up not too far from Oak Hill Academy. As Crockett with a pump fake starts to gallop towards the top of the key, spins, looks for someone to pass it to, feeds Cloninger, arcs a triple, back iron miss, tipped in the air, rebound Autumn Hash, and the chest pass goes wide into the stands.
Great rebound there. She just panicked a little bit when the defender started to close in. Turnover for the Rams.
7:19 left to go here in this first half. The Rams still lead by 6. Montreat really shocked Bluefield back on January 22nd. And that was the point of the season where the Rams ended up losing 4 in a row. Brown stepping back towards the left wing, jogs onto the right side now. Underhands an ugly pass over to Williams, who has it on a right-handed dribble. Chest pass Hicks, pressured by Kendall Cloninger. Hicks into the lane, her pass tipped and almost stolen away by Crockett as she went down to her knees. Now 4 seconds to shoot from the top of the key. Hicks going down the lane, scoops and doesn't even get the shot up. Cloninger had a fingertip, and great job there by that Rams defense to make them use the entirety of the shot clock.
You just said it, Bailey. That defense is where this game's going to be won and lost, as well as Montreat scored the ball in their last matchup against the Rams. Great start here for the Rams on defense.
And the Rams could not find any rhythm back on January 22nd. Now a different story. Pass on the left side, Emily Hart. Entry pass, Goodlett, who backpedals towards the far corner. Autumn Hash shoots from the free throw line, and that ball might have gotten deflected there by Jayla Daniels as it hits the right side of the backboard.
You give Autumn Hash the slightest bit of room, Bailey, she's going to jack it up.
Another turnover on the other end of the floor. The pass on the right block was tipped away by Sierra Brown, so another turnover for Montreat. Rams get it back, 6:24 left to go. Make that the 6th turnover for the Montreat Cavaliers. A little over 6 minutes left as Cloninger feeds Danae Cox looking for her first three-pointer. Starts to shuffle inside, swings top of the key. Adrian Goodlett, hard drive in the lane, floats and misses the layup. Bellanier, though, on the offensive board. Hook shot falls with a foul. Have a day, Kiera Bellanier, her second and one of the game.
Very impressive rebound there, Bailey. Then she was able to spin back middle, throw up the shot, falls in. What a start to this game by the junior.
23-15, Rams lead by 8 now. 6:06 left to go, second quarter. Rams send no rebounders in the lane as Bellanier shoots with the left hand and gets it done. 24-15, largest lead of the game for Bluefield at 9.
Couldn't ask for a better start here on senior night for the Rams. Let's see if they can keep up this momentum.
That defense has been strong. Montreat really since the first couple of minutes of the first quarter have not gotten anything done. Williams underhands and a shot missed from beyond the arc from Sierra Brown. A rebound pulled down by Bellanier. 5:45 left to go as Danae Cox starts to just shuffle onto the right wing, passes out to Bellanier. Open lane, ugly layup, and it went in anyway from the left side.
Little dipsy-do move there by the junior. Crafty move. She was able to finish in the lane. Wasn't pretty, but it was a very effective.
Past 5 points for Bluefield have been scored by Kiera Bellanier, who's now in double figures with 10, and a layup missed by Perez on the other end for Montreat.
Perez with a good take there. The senior feeling this game maybe starting to get out of hand a little bit. Says, I'll take matters into my own hands. Draws the foul. Now she'll go to the line for 2 shots.
26-15, Rams lead by 11, and now Nini Perez from Asheville, North Carolina, a transfer from Lee's McRae College, will get a couple of shots.
I'll tell you, a key thing let's keep an eye on, Bailey. Perez, a perfect 15 for 15 coming into today's game from the free throw line over her last 6 games. That could be key going down the stretch if this thing gets close.
Now make it 16 of 16 after she hits the first. Second shot, good. 17 of 17 in the past 5 games. Make it 26-17. Rams lead cut down to 9 again. They've led by as much as 11. Huggins re-enters the game and now will take the point for Bluefield. Emily Hart taken off. Goodlett feeds Huggins far corner. Back up top to Cloninger. Chest pass, 3. Got it from the right wing. Bang!
I'll tell you, she has a very unique shooting style. It's almost as she doesn't leave the floor when she shoots the ball. Very impressive. 3-pointer for the Rams.
29-17. That unorthodox move works for Bluefield. Here comes Hicks into the lane. Chest pass far corner. Back over to Williams, just tipping the ball around the arc now as Brown has it on a head fake. Gallops in the lane, loops a layup under the basket, rebounded by Hicks on the missed shot. Now just 5 to shoot. Hicks lets it go. Misses left wing 3. Goodlett on the rebound and once again fouled by Perez. Adrian Goodlett, in possibly her last game ever at the Dome, has been fighting for the boards tonight.
Really playing hard, and you could tell tonight means something to Adrian Goodlett.
Well, Goodlett, the senior coming out of New Kent, Virginia for Corey Mullins. His first player ever to play all 4 years for him here. As she misses the 3, follows her shot, gets the rebound, misses the layup. Another board for Goodlett, spins, hook shot can't go. But Goodlett, once again, bringing the tenacity on the offensive end for Bluefield.
You'll be hard-pressed to find somebody that's playing harder than Adrian Goodlett tonight.
29-17 with a little over 4 minutes left to go. Brown dribbles the ball out of bounds, and that's her second turnover in a row.
Guess who was right there, Bailey?
Goodlett
you guessed
again.
it, Adrian Goodlett. She's all over the place.
Now 4:08 left to go first half. Rams leading by 12, their largest lead of the game. Starting to slow it down a little with Huggins as the point guard. Back on the right wing, Adrian Goodlett. Cross-court lob, Janae Cox in the left wing, just a redshirt junior. Hard zip onto the corner for Huggins. Bounce pass, feeds back out to Cox. Just working the ball around the arc. Goodlett feeds into Bellanier. Her shot no good from 5 feet in the paint. And a rebound pulled down by Hicks.
Beautiful ball movement there by the Rams, just unable to get that ball to fall in the rim in the paint.
Entry pass over to Hicks. Starts to backpedal into the near corner. Now the right elbow pressured by Bellanier. The defense still there. Hicks on another drive. Under the basket. Shoots and misses. Loose ball corralled by Perez near the top of the key. On a head fake. Goes right into the foul of Kendall Cloninger.
Rams are still playing hard, even on the defensive end. Montreat able to get that offensive rebound, something Coach Corey Mullins won't be happy about, but got to be pleased with the way his team is playing.
Tyra Jackson back into the game, and you said it, Hayden. Rams are really flying around. On that last play, you could see Danae Cox diving head first to try to go for that rebound. Just couldn't get it. A bounce pass from Dylan onto the corner for Nini Perez with the ball overhead. Swings on the left side for Camilla Drake. On the left-handed dribble, underhands Perez, far corner. Once again, looking for an overhand pass. Does into Daniels. Spins, shoots, and scores on that elbow shot on the left side.
Pretty move there by the 5'9" junior, turning over her left shoulder, throwing it in for 2.
3 minutes left to go first half. 29-19 the score. The pass almost stolen away by Perez in the front court. Entry pass, Tyra Jackson spins it out to Huggins. Far corner, pump fake, goes in the lane, shoots from 5, misses back iron, rebound snatched out of the air by Drake with 2:45 left to go.
Good move there by the southpaw, just wasn't able to connect.
Can the Rams get it done defensively as Perez misses a long 3 from the left wing. Rebound fought hard on the offensive end by Drake, and an offensive foul called after that board. She had the elbow swinging and then just struck down Tyra Jackson to give the ball right back to Bluefield.
You said it, Bailey. Tyra Jackson gives up the offensive rebound, gets the ball right back for the Rams by taking the charge. Good possession there. Now let's see if we can convert against this zone Montreat has been playing the last couple possessions.
Well, Richard Morgan in his warm-up clothes, wiping up the sweat, the head coach of Bluefield men. Rams looking for the sweep of Montreat on the men's side tonight as Emily Hart feeds on the left side. Kendall Cloninger. Back up top to Jackson. Chest pass Bellanier. Steps, fires, and misses from the left side. Another offensive board. Underhands back out to Danae Cox, right wing. Feed up top, Emily Hart with a new chance and 2:13 left to go. And a carry on the left side of the paint from Emily Hart as she was trying to angle it back onto the right wing for Bluefield.
Great effort there by Bellanier, going after her own miss. Gets it back with another chance for the Rams to convert. Emily was just able to, carry the ball there. Now Montreat will get it back with just over 2 minutes left remaining.
Rams have led by as much as 12. It is now 29-19. Off the screen, Williams and Montreat trying to get back into it. Hard zip on the left side. Jayla Daniels underhands it back to Dillon, who gives it right back to Perez. Tipped in the air by Danae Cox, but snagged by the Montreat point guard. Just 8 to shoot. Chest pass left side. Dillon arcs a 3. Misses from the left wing. Loose ball corralled by Daniels. She might be the player of the game so far for Montreat with 1:40 left to go before halftime. Daniels on the right elbow, spinning around, drawing contact, fires from the right elbow, misses the shot, and the ball tips into the hands of Emily Hart. Going down the lane, bounce pass right block, Tyra Jackson backs in the paint, spins, shoots, and scores right off the glass.
Spin move there in the lane for the senior. What a move. Good finish. Rams add 2 more.
31-19, Tyra Jackson, a player that started out her college career at Kentucky Christian, now here in Bluefield in her hometown. Zip on the right side, Dillon with just 1:05 left to go before halftime and 13 to shoot. Dillon panicking as she bounces top of the key to Ariana Williams. 8 seconds to shoot, 1 minute left before halftime. Williams loops inside, tipped up by Jackson. Now 4 to shoot, letting it go is Drake from the top of the key. Bad miss. On the rebound though, Daniels spins and scores. Jayla Daniels on the putback converts.
That's the kind of plays right there that will make us, coach, not be able to sleep at night. Great defensive possession, but you give up the offensive rebound and they convert.
Just 35 seconds left to go now. Rams still lead by 10. Tyra Jackson near the top of the key. Thought about a 3. Feeds Hart. Zips for the tray. Misses the triple shot on the right wing. Now a baseball pass, or a football pass, if you will, down the floor. Does not convert. Tipped into the hands of Kendall Cloninger. 20 seconds now. Bellanier on the left wing. Doesn't like her lane and gives it back to Emily Hart. 15 to shoot now. Tyra Jackson Meandering in towards the paint, passes right corner. Emily Hart angles down in the painted area, swings out to Cloninger, launches a three, and hits the triple.
Count it.
34-21. Montreat looking for a shot from Dillon, and she airballs it as the buzzer sounds. 34-21, largest lead of the game for Bluefield at 13 points at halftime. We're going to be right back with a quick update here on the Rams Digital Sports Network.
You want to do it? Here.
here at halftime. Rams looking good, 34-21 on senior night against the Montreat Cavaliers, looking to avenge this 67-52 loss back on January 22nd. Bailey Angle and Hayden Chandley here really leading the way for Bluefield. Hayden, we've already talked about it. Non-stop Kiara Bellanier with 10 points for Bluefield as well as 5 rebounds. Her aggression and athleticism really has shown tonight.
Well on her way to another double-double for Bellanier. The juniors really carried the Rams in the first half. Let's see if she can keep it up in the second half. Also, Goodlett has played really well, the senior, with 6 points and 5 rebounds. Good showing for her here on senior night.
So Bluefield has shot 38% from the field, just 28% from beyond the arc. But for the Rams, that aggression has been there, and you already noted it with Adrian Goodlett playing like she has something to lose. But you got to remember, Bluefield already has that 8 seed locked up in the AAC. If you look at Montreat, this is a program trying to rebuild with first-year head coach Tim Lewis. 9 points for Nini Perez. If the Rams are going to try to win handily tonight, they're going to have to isolate the perimeter, and Nini Perez has been very fearless beyond the arc.
Perez has been the leader for Montreat as far as shooting the ball, scoring the ball. You date back to the last meeting where Montreat shot 44% from 3. You look in that first half, 7%, 1 for 14 from 3. Now they'll jack it up, but it's going to be very important for Bluefield to still contest those shots, make sure they're getting a hand up, and not let Montreat get off a bunch of threes and get back into this game.
Nini Perez just 1 of 5 from beyond the arc, but like we said, not scared to try. Rams defense has to lock down even more in the second half if they want to improve to 15-13 and have a winning record in the conference now as they come in at 11-11. 34-21, just about 8.5 minutes before we restart here for the third quarter. Rams lead by 13 over Montreat here on the Rams Digital Sports Network.
dating a girl that was related to her, and I got to know her really well. Oh, yeah. I have not, actually. Pretty cool. Yeah. And I love, I mean, that's all I listen to is country music. Well, you get in there and it's just huge. And you don't realize, how important it is to America. It's really cool. Yeah. There's this big Tim McGraw exhibit that I like. Yeah. Has Janae Cox scored? I don't think she has. No. Hey, I got an interesting stat on her. Actually, two. She's hit at least one three-pointer in every game this year except for two. Wow. And she scored in double figures in every game this year except for two. Wow. The last time she didn't do either. Against them? Yep. We could open up the stat. There we go. Yeah. And she hasn't scored, right? No, she has not. Okay. She is 0 of 5 from the field. She has 1 assist. Yeah, their little gym, man, that place is loud. What? Montreat, really? Yeah, I think if we want a chance at a 2 or a 3 seed, tonight's a must win for the men. Yeah. Because we're fourth right now, I believe. Yeah. Milligan, Bryant, Union already cut down the net. Yep. They won. Oh, they legit already cut them down? Yeah. When they beat us on a last second shot, they cut them down. Wow. That's a cool little gym, too. The best place we went to was Milligan. Milligan's super nice. See, I grew up, that's 15 minutes from my house, so yeah. I played a lot of summer camps there. Milligan. It's almost like that looks like a D2 gym. Yeah. I feel like this is, yeah. Allen, that place sucks. Union was okay. Reinhardt's nice, ain't it? We went in there. Oh, y'all didn't? No. I think they, you know what? I think they went there before I started traveling. Got it. Their football stadium. Well, we had to shower. We dressed in a building and then we had to drive somewhere to shower. Right, yeah. And when we showered, it was like where their gym is. Their gym was nice. Oh, you know what? I have been there. Yeah. See, I was with you guys. Yeah. It was super nice. Yeah. That's when the boys wanted to fight. You got your hind end kicked. You really want to go pick a fight? Yeah. They were good, man. Yeah, they were. Yeah. There's a reason they went to the national championship. Isn't that the second year they come there? Last year before that, they went to the semifinals. Okay. But lost to the same team. Year before, they were into the quarterfinals and lost to St. Francis. Oh, they've lost to them 3 years in a row? Yep. St. Francis is real. They won 3 years in a row? I know 2, but I'm not sure if they did the first year. But I know the last 2 they have. Who ended up winning that Victory Bowl? I don't even know. Campbellsville played that team down in Texas, but I don't know. I wasn't that sad when we didn't get that. That would have been a heck of a trip. Yeah. Just for a game we didn't even really strive to play in. Right. And you go down there and lose, now you take away that winning feature. Yeah. For real. You say 6 and 5, okay. Yeah. 6 and 5, that sounds a lot better than 6 and 6. Right. Well, we could have beat freaking Pikeville. This would have been 7 and 4. It sounded even better. I think that all of the home games, the ones we lost in Wichita, I think we could have beat them. And they were a playoff team. Yeah. They were 4 already. Yeah, oh. That's them, though. They beat you ugly. Yep, that's the way they've been for years. So, sometimes I have to get close because I can't hear. Yeah, so this thing right here, it goes in and out. That's usually where I'm plugged in, so I can hear you a lot better. This isn't a very great thing. Gotcha. So I've been trying to... Right. Gotcha.
Buzzer sounds, and we're just about ready for the third quarter to start. 34-21. Rams on top by 13 against the Montreat Cavaliers. Bailey Engel and Hayden Chanley. We're happy to have you here on the senior night edition of AAC basketball. Rams hoping for a couple of wins tonight against the Cavaliers. The men's team won thanks to a Sean Robinson buzzer beater, but now the women's team had lost to this team 67-52, now trying to get vengeance against the Cavaliers. Meanwhile, a shot missed from the right wing by Sierra Brown and an early rebound for Autumn Hash.
Good box out there by Hash. Good start for the Rams on defense. Let's see if we can convert down here on the offensive end.
Still no Danae Cox into this game. She has not scored yet in this one as Goodlett goes down on the left block, feeds top of the key. Holman launches a three. Swirls out of the cup. Rebound by Shekinah Huggins on the offensive end for the Rams.
Good effort there, crashing the boards for the senior.
Bounces top of the key, back over to Huggins, who restarts the offense with 9.5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Spins to Tyra Jackson, angles down the right side of the paint, loops and scores on another layup. So for Jackson, make that 4 points, the senior that doesn't get a lot of scoring in, but now it's 36-21.
Good to see Jackson getting involved here in this game. Like you said, a senior that doesn't get a whole lot of playing time usually, converting on her opportunity tonight.
Perez arcs in over to Daniels, pops from the free throw line, and it bounces onto the right side. Rebound for Montreat by Callaway, or Dillon rather, as now Hicks will let it go from three. Bad miss and another offensive board for Daniels. 8:50 left to go here in this third quarter. Rams up by 15 after the shot fell for Tyra Jackson, the Bluefield native. Bouncing it back out on the left wing. Here's Brown on a head fake, chest pass top of the key. Perez, 8 to shoot. Perez veers on the right side, underhands Hicks. Hard storm in the lane, steps back out. Defense by Holman, splits the defenders, misses the layup as the buzzer almost sounded.
Good defensive possession there for the Rams. Gave up a couple offensive rebounds, but defended well. Got the ball back. Now let's see if we can convert down here.
Round the arc goes Bluefield. A hard zip towards the top of the key for Brittany Holman, another senior in for Bluefield, who has battled injury so far this season. Loops on the left wing. Jackson into the lane. She goes, bumps, shoots, and is fouled, but the shot will not count, and Bluefield will have a chest pass or an inbounds pass likely on the right side of the basket.
You know, you spoke earlier to Nate Cox not being in the scoring column yet. You know, there's only been 2 games all season that she hasn't been in double figures. The last time that didn't happen against these Montreat Cavaliers back on January 22nd. So let's see if she can pick it up in the second half when she enters the game.
What a tough game that was. Rams doing fine without her, though. 36-21. Huggins spinning around towards the free throw line with 15 to shoot. Now the point guard off a crossover dribble. Zips over on the left side. Autumn Hash with that chest pass style of shot. Misses on the baseline. Under the basket, wrestling for the ball. Pops over the baseline, and it will stay with Bluefield. Adrian Goodlett and Brittany Holman fighting for that ball, and that's just par for the course for Adrian Goodlett tonight.
I'll tell you, you play defense and you go after loose balls. You play hard for Coach Corey Mullins. That's going to make him a very happy coach, and she's done that just tonight on senior night.
7:40 left to go in the third quarter. Huggins on a hip-high dribble, spins in the lane, shoots, nothing but net. What a move for the senior point guard.
Southpaw gets into the lane, little dipsy-do there, able to finish at the rim. Nice move by the senior.
The Rams lost this game 67-52, and now they lead 38-21, a 17-point lead with 7:15 left to go in the third quarter. Daniels with a hard head fake, spins on the left side of the basket, fires and misses as the ball bounces into the hands of the Bluefield forward, Autumn Hash. Now into the backcourt, a walk called on Shekinah Huggins. So Hash had the board, swung it on the left side for Huggins, and then when she caught the ball, pivots, and then just walks for Bluefield.
Tough there for Huggins, you know, didn't see the defender. Hash kind of led her in a bad place. Rams with the turnover.
On to the right side, here goes Hicks into the wing. Starts to veer back out with 7 minutes left to go. Hard bounce on the right side for Brown near the wing. On top of the key, over to Dillon. Entry pass, Jayla Daniels on the right elbow. Splits pass, Autumn Hash shoots, and does not get the basket to fall, but it's a walk before that. So the Rams forcing another turnover, and they have possession again, up by 17, 38-21.
I'll tell you, that was a great job there by Hash, sliding her feet, getting in front of Daniels. Daniels trying for the spin move, forces her to travel. Now Rams get the ball back.
They have not let Montreat score, and this one as the Rams take the ball left to right. Holman near the top of the key, spins in the painted area, bumps through the double team and draws a foul as she was just going with the underhand shot there. And now the senior will get a shot for 2.
Good move there by Holman. Gets in the lane, forces the contact, Now she'll go to the line and see if she can convert on 2 free throws.
So Brittany Holman at the line. That is the first foul of the third quarter by Montreat, or rather the second. And Brown second as well, as Holman misses that first free throw. Goodlet taken out of the game, and Jontisha Haynes back in for Bluefield. So now another senior from Triangle, Virginia, goes back into the game. Holman loops, misses, rebound looking for it. Jackson. Daniels just punched the ball right off of the Bluefield defender, and Montreat will get it back. Good effort by Daniels, whose aggression really has shined for Montreat tonight despite the large deficit.
She's definitely been the spark plug for Montreat. She just hasn't had much help besides her, but she's really played well tonight.
8 points for Jayla Daniels, who has it near the top of the arc. Off a pump fake, starts the shuffle on the right side, pops a shot, misses, back iron, bounces on the left side, rebound for Brown. Backs out near the corner, swings out to Perez, jumps for 3. Misses, back iron, bouncing into the corner, and it will go the way of the Rams, right off the hands of Williams. And Bluefield will get it back. Jackson, like Adrienne Goodlet, might not have as much athleticism as her senior teammate, but she has tried to ball out tonight as well, and possibly her last game of the Dome.
Playing extremely hard tonight. You can say that about every one of these Rams that's entered the game. I'll tell you one thing for Montreat, though, Bailey, they're playing extremely hard. They haven't played their best tonight, but they're playing extremely hard, laying it out on the line, even, as you said earlier, with not much to play for.
Jontisha Haynes angles in the lane, blocked by Dillon on the 17-foot shot, going right back to Nini Perez. Coast to coast she goes, right to left, scoops with a right hand, misses the layup with no rim on the contact. Brittany Holman with the rebound, now trying to take it back left to right for Bluefield. Starts his stutter step and then flares out for a new offense to begin. Underhands Huggins near the top of the key, angles back on the left side, meandering near the top of the key, passes right over to Haynes near the corner. Now she is pressured by Brown, 5 to shoot, underhands Huggins, loose ball stolen away by Montreat's Ariana Williams. Ugly possession for Bluefield, maybe the best defensive stance of the Cavaliers here tonight.
Not good offense there by the Rams, won't make Coach Mullins happy. Let's see if Bluefield can rebound and get a good stop here on defense.
Bounce pass in the left block for Daniels, trying to pressure off of Autumn Hash, and Hash had a hand where she shouldn't have. That's her first foul of the game, and the first one for Bluefield in the third quarter with 5:12 left to go.
Good dribble penetration there by Montreat, forces the reach in by Bluefield. Montreat will have it underneath out of bounds.
So a chance for Dillon, bounce on the left side. Williams spins, shoots with the right hand, misses over the back of Janae Cox, but a rebound for Huggins. No foul called. Rams taking it back left to right. Here comes the point guard, swings far corner, Autumn Hash. On a hard dribble near her chest, really. Passes towards Janae Cox, looking for her first points of the contest. Is spinning around, feeds Haynes on the right side. Down the lane she goes, shoots, misses the layup, tipped on the loose end, and picked up by Williams. Outlets to Dillon, galloping towards the basket, and gets the transition layup to fall. First points of the half for Montreat after 5.5 minutes nearly elapsed. It is now 38-23. Well, Janae Cox loops a low pass into Autumn Hash. Now powering in towards the paint. Spins and fouled on the shot attempt for the senior.
Silly foul there, Montreat. Just reaching in when there's no need to. Hash with a good spin move. Go to the line for 2 shots. She's played very well tonight, Bailey.
So Autumn Hash goes to the line. Couple of shots for the senior. Went to Caldwell Community College in North Carolina. Fires and the ball just hits off the back iron.
Hash, a 63% shooter. Played one of her better games tonight thus far. And a shooter that you wouldn't think is a good shooter, and she really shoots the ball well, especially from 3.
Yeah, already has 1 tray tonight, 3 points and 4 rebounds. And make it 4 as that ball swirls around the 10 and falls through the nylon. 39-23 the score. Montreat with it back, a 16-point lead for the Rams. They've led by as much as 17 against the team they lost to on the road. Now looking for revenge here. Callaway, feed left block over to Williams. Bouncing with her back towards the rim, shoots on the left side, and the ball, after a couple of bounces, finally rolls through the net.
I'll tell you, the Lawrenceville, Georgia native with a great move there. Pump on one side, spin back to the other side, lay it up good.
39-25, and Haynes on the other end hits it from the corner, from the three-point lane. 41-25, they'll only call it a 2. 3 on the other end, loose ball, corralled by Daniels in the near corner. A walk called, pressured by Bell Lanier, and that defense really has been so strong for Bluefield.
Good defense there by the Rams after the rebound by Daniels. But I'll tell you, Daniels once again showing her passion. She's playing hard.
Emily Hart going coast to coast, underhands Danae Cox, left wing. Off a stutter step, angles it back to Haynes, who bounces top of the key. Bellinier with 10 points, shoots from 12, misses front rim. Jayla Daniels jumped to snatch it off the board.
Good move there by Bellinier. Just a little short on that pull-up jumper.
Ariana Williams into the lane. She goes as she, on that hard Euro step, picked up a foul. It'll be called on the floor, but it actually, continuation will be 2 shots.
Looked like a little NBA action there as she gets the continuation, but Williams with the good drive, she gets rewarded with 2 shots at the line.
Already 5 rebounds for Williams and 2 points, her first trip to the line. Now shooting 2, almost kicks the ball, loops, and misses the first shot from the charity stripe. Meanwhile, that's the first foul for Danae Cox. And the second one for Bluefield. 3:26 left to go before the fourth quarter, and it's 41-25 here at the Dome.
Rams have built their lead back up to 16 points. Let's see if they can keep it there or extend it a little bit going in as we close in on the fourth quarter.
Williams misses both shots from the line. It bounces off the hands of Jayla Daniels, and Montreat unable to score off of that chance there. Rams get it back, operating with Jackson, Hart, Bellinier, Haynes, and Danae Cox, still with no points. Emily Hart meanders over to Bellinier. Hart step in the lane, shoots on the baseline, and the ball almost kissed the top end of the glass. Rebound for Callaway, taking the ball up for Montreat with 3:08 left to go. Hard loop on the left side. Sienna Brown off the head fake, feeds in to Ariana Williams, and on the entry pass, got it right past the low block defense of Bluefield, and a timeout called by Corey Mullins. 41-27, Rams still on top by 14. Montreat looking for momentum with 3 minutes left in the third quarter.
That's how y'all met? Yeah. Gotcha. Actually,
41-27, Rams lead by 14 here against the Montreat Cavaliers on senior night. Freshman now in for Bluefield. Crockett on a head fake, passes right side. Emily Hart zips top of the key. Crockett already has 3 points in this one. Backs it out over to Goodlet near the top of the arc. Bounce pass on the right side. Adrian Goodlet, before she could get that off, was fouled. And that will be the 4th foul of the half for Montreat.
Bluefield will have it underneath. I'd say Goodlet only averages 5 points a game, but she plays extremely hard, does a lot of things that don't show up on our stat sheet.
Danae Cox off the inbounds, fires from the free throw line, front rim miss, fighting for the rebound. It's finally tipped into the hands of Callaway. And Danae Cox still struggling now, 0 of 6 from the field. Underhands on to the front court for Sierra Brown with 2.5 minutes left to go. Rams jumped out to a gnarly 17-point lead in the third quarter and now are down or up by 14. Montreat trying to fight back. Camilla Drake into the game with 10 to shoot. Passes right side, Williams onto the corner. Off of good defense by Emily Hart. Entry pass, Jayla Daniels, right block, swings out Callaway. Left wing 3 can't go. Tipped under the basket, rebound Bellinier. Working the ball into the backcourt, goes Crockett down that far sideline. Bluefield gets it across the timeline with Danae Cox onto the right wing. Angles into the paint, bounce pass picked away by Daniels. Cherry picking goes Brown across the half-court line with 1:50 left to go. Brown steps into a triple. Front rim miss, bouncing in the air, straight into the hands of Crockett.
Great block out there by Crockett, the freshman. That's what you like to see. And, good stop there for the Rams. They've really played well defensively here in this quarter. As you were saying earlier, they've only scored 6 points thus far. That's got to make Coach Mullins very happy. Now let's see if we can convert down here on the offensive end.
Ugly couple of minutes for basketball. 41-27, 1:40 before the fourth quarter. Can the Rams hold on against Montreat and pick up their 15th win of the season? Underhand pass, top of the key, Emily Hart. Off a screen, goes down the lane, shoots, and barrels it through on the layup.
Great move there by the sophomore from Independence, Virginia. Gets a little crease, takes advantage, lays it up, finishes for 2.
43-27, the lead back to 16. Meanwhile, on the other end, Williams with a missed layup, pulled down by Emily Hart. Bounce pass right wing, Crockett, another feed to Bellanier. Her shot clumps through the nylon, and Bellanier, the sophomore, having a night. Now with 12 points, timeout called by Tim Lewis, 45-27, an 18-point lead for the Rams, scoring quickly in the past 2 possessions with 1:06 remaining in this third quarter. And we're going to stay live here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. If Bluefield can move fast in transition, Hayden, they're tough to beat.
Very tough to beat. That's a great example right there. Getting out in transition, 2 beautiful passes, setting up the beautiful finish there by Bellanier. That's a thing of beauty, Bailey. And if they can continue that, today on into the future, they have a shot, Bailey, to do some things in that AAC tournament.
That'll be a big test for them. They're going to play likely, if they're the 8th seed, against Bryan in Kingsport, Tennessee, where Bluefield has a lot to play for, trying to make a rally into the NAIA tournament. Likely, though, if they cannot win there, try to qualify for the NCCAA tournament, something that Corey Mullins likes to pick up a couple of wins in. But his defense has been pretty strong tonight, and that's been a big part of the reason why Montreat has been locked down from the field. And that last game that they played against Bluefield shot well over 50%, now just shooting at 27% in this one.
Great defense by the Rams. It's been night and day difference from back on that January 22nd meeting. And Coach Mullins is an experienced coach. He knows what he wants out of his team. Like we spoke to, the Rams probably going to get the 8th seed, maybe be able to slip up and make the 7th seed. So they're going to have a first round matchup that's going to be tough, but you never know. It's tournament time, baby. Anything can happen.
And you think about, for Bluefield, moving on in that tournament, there's just a few teams they have not beaten, Bryan being one of them. Everybody else really from 7 to 3, the Rams have found wins against. So it's really open season as the Rams pick another ball away into the backcourt. Here goes Emily Hart on a high chest move, passes right block. Adrian Goodlet hacked as she went up, no foul called, and a clean block for Camilla Drake, but the speed still there for the Rams.
Looks like a lot of contact from here. Bailey, the referee even raised his hand, but decided just to call it out of bounds. 25 seconds on the shot clock. We'll see if the Rams can convert here.
47 seconds left to go in this third quarter. Off the inbounds, feeds into Adrian Goodlet. Turns the pass up top to Emily Hart. Almost lost the ball, picks it up near the bench. Good defense by Nene Perez. Hart bumping into the free throw line. Perez trying to foul. Instead will have a foul on her own to Emily Hart. And now she got 2 as that's the foul of the quarter on Montreat.
Good job there by Hart. Pressure on the defense. Gets bumped. Now she goes to the line for 2 shots.
Duo of fouls. Nene Perez for aggressive players for Montreat. Emily Hart hits for the first free throw. Makes it 46-27. Really haven't talked about this enough. The Rams lost this game 67 to 52 on January 22nd. Emily Hart 6 free throws now is 47-27. Largest lead of the game for Bluefield now at 20 points. Williams with 32 seconds to operate. About a 7-second differential between game clock and shot clock. Perez on the right wing bounces onto the right block. Here comes Dillon. She is stolen away by Adrian Goodlet. And the ball goes out of bounds with 15 seconds on the shot clock and 22.1 on the game clock.
Good hands there by Goodlet. Getting her hand in there, knocking the ball out of bounds. Montreat will have it underneath.
Swings top of the key. Back over to Callaway. Around the arc they go. Dillon arcs from the corner and hits the triple to take it down to a 17-point lead. 47-30, 10 seconds left with the shot clock off. Passes right side, Goodlet. Hard step in the lane, and she's fouled as she was going for that layup. So it'll be 2 shots anyway as Bluefield is in the bonus.
Goodlet, a 69% shooter on the year from the free throw line. Let's see if she can convert here, as she's had a very good night here on senior night thus far.
At the free throw line, eyeing the rim. Goodlet, one of the leaders on this squad. Swirls around that first free throw and makes it 48-30 with 6.4 seconds remaining before the fourth quarter. Well, Goodlet started off hot with that triple, now trying to hit both free throws here. Follows through and hits the second free throw. 49-30, 6 seconds left. Perez across the timeline now with 3 seconds. Meandering towards the top of the key. Camilla Drake feeds Brown, shoot at the buzzer, and misses. 49-30, Rams on full-out command here. They lead by 19. We've got a minute left before we go to the fourth quarter here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. One more quarter to go here at the Dome. Rams lead by 19, 49-30 here in this women's basketball matchup. Bailey Engel and Hayden Shanley. We've been having fun here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. All part of this doubleheader of Rams basketball. Men's game coming up about 20 minutes after the end of this one. Huggins in the left wing. Bluefield with 9:45 on the clock. Tipped up for Cloninger. Feeds onto the right wing for Crockett. Pops from the right elbow. Swirls around the rim and goes in.
Good move there by the freshman. I tell you, Bailey, we mentioned it earlier. She's got a good future ahead of her. Good move there. And Rams locking down on defense.
21-point lead for the Rams now as Crockett has hit a couple of shots in this one. Make it 5 points for the freshman from Whitfield. Brown on a hard step. Almost fouled, but they're going to call it a clean block. Here comes Bluefield on a 2-on-2 break. Goodlett bounces right. Autumn Hash swings out left wing. Crockett on a head fake, tips towards the top of the key for Huggins. Now the Rams have lost all momentum. Meanwhile, Cloninger misses from 3 on the right wing. And on that chest pass style of shooting, missed. Outlet on the other end. Callaway misses the layup. And they couldn't cherry pick for points that time. Bluefield will now try to slow it down with 8:55 left to go in the game. 51-30, their largest lead at 21.
Bluefield trying to figure out this zone that Montreat keeps mixing in there. Let's see if they can get a good shot here.
Rams have lost 2 of their last 3. Now hoping for a home win here. Goodlett with a hard angle pass into the right corner. No one there to get it. And it's another turnover. Make that the 13th one for the Rams. Actually tied up in that aspect with Montreat. Both teams with 13 fouls. A Baker dozen of turnovers here in this game.
That's something that Coach Mullins won't be happy about going forward. But once again, I keep bringing it up. Got to be happy about the way his team has defended Montreat in this game.
Pass towards the top of the arc for Nini Perez. Perez with 9 points. Has not scored since the first half. Going down the baseline, shoots and hacked by Kendall Cloninger.
I think they may call this on the floor here, Bailey. I'm not sure. Cloninger with the little belly bump there as Perez takes the ball to the basket, and I'll take that back. They're going to give her 2 shots.
So that's the first one, or rather the second one on Cloninger, first one on Bluefield. 51-30. Rams hoping for revenge against Montreat as the first shot goes for Perez, now in double figures with 10 points.
That's her average on the season, Bailey, as she shoots 81% from the free throw line for the year.
Well, Montreat has not led since the first quarter as both shots hit for the Cavaliers. Perez, 51-32. They led by as much as 4 with 6:55 remaining in the first quarter. And the Rams now have had their largest lead at 21. Now up by 19, though, with great command in this one. Little over 8 minutes to go. Bounce pass on the right baseline. Hash pops it back out to Huggins. Returns Hash. Down the baseline she goes. Under the basket. Bounces out to Goodlett. Into the lane. Shoots. Misses the layup. Little too hard, but fought for the rebound. And that prompts the applause from her teammates.
What an effort there by Goodlett, Bailey. I mean, I am just really impressed with the effort that she's played with tonight, leaving it all out on the floor here on senior night.
Feeds to Cloninger towards the free throw line. Zips down low. Bounces out wide to Crockett on the left corner. Cross-court pass, right corner, Huggins. Lets a 3 go. Back iron, and it's rebounded by Brown. So Bluefield, after the good effort of Adrian Goodlett, still comes up empty with 7.5 minutes left to go in this game. Pass on the right side. Here comes Nini Perez. From the hip, shoots and swishes. Make it 13 for the sophomore guard.
Well, she fires it at will, Bailey, and she's hit 9 threes in her last 3 contests coming into today. So she's a bona fide shooter, and she really carries this Montreat team from behind the arc.
51-35. Crockett pops it over to Hash on the far corner. And now the Rams looking for a way to score again. Here comes Crockett down the lane. Jump stop, shoots, and scores. It rolled around, and the suspense built. Now Crockett with her second and 1 of the game.
I tell you, Crockett, as you mentioned, the 5'10" forward from Whitfield, Virginia. Good move, great finish, takes the contact and is able to finish at the rim. Now she gets rewarded by going to the line for 1 shot, trying to stretch this lead back to 19 points for the Rams.
Crockett back towards the free throw line. A freshman that is starting to come into her own late in the season. Hits the free throw, and now it is 54-35. Lead back to 19 for Bluefield with 6:55 left to go in the game. Defense has been there for Bluefield. The offense has picked up, and for the Rams, they are really on their way to equalizing this series with Montreat. Now towards the top of the key. Brown on the left elbow, spins and feeds Daniels on the left side of the baseline. Backs towards the rim, spins with the right hand and misses the shot. Rebound Autumn Hash onto the backcourt for Bluefield. 6.5 minutes left to go, still 54-35. Huggins on a left-handed dribble, feeds Crockett on the far corner, bumps a pass out, goes down the far sideline, and it will go off of Nini Perez.
And can't go without noting, Bailey, that last bucket down here by Crockett already puts the Rams over their point total from the last meeting against Montreat, as now they have 54 when they only had 52 in that last meeting.
They lost that game 67-52, and Nini Perez with a foul on Shekinah Huggins. Already, that'll be the second foul of the quarter and the third one for Perez.
Almost looked like an intentional foul there, Bailey. We'll have to keep an eye on that and see what that was all about.
Yeah, it looked like that's something you do with about a minute left, and maybe it was just a odd foul. Feed in towards the free throw line for Cloninger. Tips it back to Tyra Jackson. Blocked as she went up for that shot. And the loose ball corralled by Crockett. Shoots from the left wing. Back iron miss. Trying to find it on the rebound. Instead, spun away by the Perez from Montreat. Carries in the lane and scores with the layup. Nini Perez heating up as another 2 falls for Montreat to make it 54-37.
Good break there by Perez. It was kind of a 1-on-3. Was able to finish with the left hand. Solid move there by Perez.
Just 5 minutes and 40 seconds left in this one. Huggins spinning towards the top of the key. Feeds Cloninger. Right corner 3. Rattles around and pops out. Heartbreak on the 3 as Jayla Daniels wrestles for the rebound and is tackled to the ground by Tyra Jackson.
Tell you, Bailey, that ball did everything but fall in the hoop. And Jackson just the wrong place, wrong time there on the ground. Picks up the foul for the Rams.
54-37, 5:33 left to go. Now an inbounds pass on the other end of the floor. Montreat taking the ball up right to left here at the Dome. 5.5 minutes before we can call this one quits. Rams trying to hold on to avenge a 67-52 loss they had in Montreat, North Carolina. Entry pass for Jayla Daniels off a stutter step, pops in the face of Kira Bellinier and hits the baseline jumper.
Good shot there by Daniels. She's really been one of the biggest sparks for Montreat. She's really carried them on offense. 5
minutes left to go. Around the arc they go, and now off of the stutter step from Tyra Jackson. She dragged that foot to give it right back to Montreat. 54-39. And you got to think for Bluefield. Can't ease up here. It's just a 15-point lead. And Montreat, if they can get hot and really peer through that Bluefield defense, they have a chance in this one.
They do. That got Coach Mullins off the bench. You could tell he was telling his team just to settle down. Let's get some good shots and defend here on defense.
Another carry and blocked by Bellinier. Williams thought she had an open lane. Danae Cox now with it for the Rams. Has not scored as of yet. Now takes a 3 from the left wing. This is front rim, tipped in the air, out of bounds, and it will go right back to Bluefield with 4:43 left to go.
I'll tell you spoke with Danae Cox again. Another interesting little tidbit here. She's made at least 1 3-point field goal in every single game this year except for 2. Once again, the last time that didn't happen against this Montreat Cavalier team.
And if you're just now joining us, the other stat that Hayden presented to us in the third quarter, Danae Cox has not scored in double figures in just 2 games this season. And one of those, the last time against Montreat. That was a loss for Bluefield. Now things a little bit different, though, as Emily Hart swings towards the free throw line, shoots and blocked, but Bellinier picks it up, shoots at the right box, and then it's tipped out of bounds and goes right back to Montreat, on the right block, I should say. Bellinier picked up that air ball, still couldn't get a good look at the basket, and it will go back to Montreat. 54-39, Cavaliers have it.
I'll tell you, that foul there on Tyra Jackson, you can live with those fouls as a coach. Going after a loose ball there for the offensive rebound, just bumps the girl there for Montreat. Now Montreat will get the ball back. Like you mentioned, Bailey, 4.5 minutes here, up 15. Let's see if the Rams can get a much-needed stop here.
Tyra Jackson with 2 fouls, 4.5 minutes before we hit triple zeros here. Here comes Hicks into the game for the first time in the fourth quarter. Hard drive down the left block, spin, shoots with a right hand, rattles it in off of the 10, make it 54-41. Rams have led by as much as 21, now down to a 13-point lead. A little bit of hope for the Cavaliers. Danae Cox on a hard step, zips left wing. Bellinier bounces far corner. Emily Hart, and returns to Danae Cox on the left wing. Hand in her face as she feeds Bellinier. Spins on the left block, shoots with a left hand, misses, and the ball is tipped off of Hicks to keep it with the Rams.
Looked like a lot of contact there, Bailey. She doesn't get the call. Rams will have 13 seconds here on the shot clock to get a good one off with just under 4 minutes to play.
3:55 left to go. Huggins, the inbounder, swings to Nate Cox left wing, launches a 3. Back iron, another miss for Danae Cox, and it just will not go for the redshirt junior tonight.
Just not been her night, Bailey, but she's getting her other teammates involved, which has been big.
Dillon passes to Jayla Daniels, and off of a hard bounce, got it to fall, and now it is 54-43, an 11-point lead. Rams have let Montreat find some hope in this one. 3:39 left to go in the game. (54-43), 3:39 left to go in the game. Montreat now has cut this lead down to 11 after the Rams led by as much as 21 in this one. Bailey Engel and Hayden Shanley could be another nail-biter for Bluefield, as they had really dominated the early parts of this game. Now trying to fight back is the Montreat Cavaliers. Emily Hart meandering to get that ball across the logo as a jump stop in the left side and hope for this offense to open up. Underhands Huggins, and as the ball goes out of bounds, it was actually off the hands of Nini Perez.
Lucky to get that ball back, Bailey. That could have went either way.
3:27 left to go. That elapsed 12 seconds off of the shot clock for Bluefield. And Emily Hart, a hard zip to Belle Lanier, skates it back over to Shekinah Huggins, the senior from Newport News. Belle Lanier has been one of the stars for Bluefield in this one with 12 points. On the right wing, feeds top of the key, Danae Cox pops over to Hart in the left wing. Jackson, entry pass, Belle Lanier, tipped back out towards the top of the key. Jackson fighting for it, but the shot clock buzzed anyway. And so they will call a walk on Jackson. Either way, the ball was going back to Montreat either way.
Not the possession I think that Coach Mullins was looking for there. Now Montreat gets the ball back. Little momentum built here. Let's see if Montreat, what kind of shot they get. Got to settle down and defend right here. Biggest possession of the game thus far, Bailey.
3:05 left to go in the game. It is a chance for Montreat to cut this down to a single-digit lead. Sienna Hicks, Euro step and fouled on the right block, shooting for the layup.
Huggins just couldn't quite move her feet fast enough. Give her a little bump there, and now Hicks will go to the line and see if she can convert on 2 free throws.
So now Sienna Hicks going to the line. This is her second trip. Last time she hit 1 of 2.
Just a 51% shooter on the season, Bailey.
First shot bounces far right, and Bluefield gets a break on that one with 2:59 left to go in the game. Rams just lead by 11. Reminder, we have the men's game right after this one, about 20 minutes in between these two contests. Hicks with a one-arm shot, bounces off the back iron, loops out to Belle Lanier, who pulls down the board. 2:55 remaining, and the Rams catching a break there with both charity stripe shots missed.
Big rebound there by Belle Lanier. Rams will get a possession here.
Belle Lanier with a hard pass down low to Emily Hart, and it's tipped out of bounds off the hands of Sienna Hicks. 2:45 left to go in the games. Rams have led by as much as 21. Adrian Goodlett also playing well here on senior night. It's on a hip-high dribble, pivots out to Danae Cox, 9 to shoot. Cox almost loses the ball and draws a foul on Hicks. As Hicks was lunging face forward to try to get that ball away, her and Cox went down into the hard court, and that will just be the 4th foul on Montreat here in this 4th quarter.
Coach Lewis from Montreat up off the bench after that one, encouraging his team to play hard. Wasn't happy about the foul call there.
Hicks now with 3 fouls. Huggins, the point guard, bumps it out to Belle Lanier on the left wing. Angles to Emily Hart, right corner. 2:30 left to go in this game. Danae Cox looking for her first point. Drives onto the right side of the paint and kicks it back out. Goodlett, right wing. Cross-court lob, Huggins, left wing. 2:15 left to go. Huggins with a foot on the line, shoots and scores.
Big time shot there for the senior. Gives the Rams a much needed bucket.
The long distance two makes it 56-43. Lead back up to 13. On the left elbow, Dillon lost the ball, kicked into the hands of Danae Cox. Outlets Adrian Goodlet, race towards the basket, jumps and is blocked, but a foul called. So Goodlet broke away. Danae Cox had the wherewithal to just cherry pick it over to her, and now that'll be the second foul called on Jayla Daniels. So Goodlet will have a couple of shots as that's the team's 5th foul.
The Goodlet got it started with the strip. Lands in Cox's hands. She gets the ball up floor to Goodlet. Now Goodlet will go to the line, see if she can convert.
Oh, Goodlet first shot does just that as the ball rattles in. 57-43. Actually, that was the team's 4th foul. So the next time Montreat will foul Bluefield, that will send the Rams to the line no matter what. And the Rams also with 4 fouls as well. Adrian Goodlet may be playing one of her best games of the year. Benzani shoots and misses, but they will call a lane violation on Montreat. The official on the far end of the floor was going to call it on Kiara Bellanier. So now Adrian Goodlet will get another chance at this shot.
As you can imagine, Coach Lewis was not happy about that as both players stepped in. He was wanting it called on Bluefield when they called it on his player, Daniels.
So the second chance of the second shot. This time Goodlet converts to make it 58-43. The lead back up to 15 after Montreat fought it all the way down to 11. Williams spinning on the right wing. Good pressure by Emily Hart and finally kicks it top of the key. Brown returns it back to Brown on the right block, and her pass trying to save it in bounds was stolen away by Goodlet. Bluefield on a break. Goodlet swings over to Kiara Bellanier on a stutter step. Hits the shot with a foul.
Good finish by the junior. Goodlet again leading the break. Give the ball up to the left-handed Bellanier. She finishes, goes to the line to cap off the and one. Bailey, this has been a strong finish this last minute and a half for the Rams.
After Montreat fought it down to 11 points, Bluefield has scored 6 in a row. Bellanier with a chance to convert on another and one. This place is starting to get packed for the men's game, but fans getting very excited for Senior Day festivities.
Coach Mullins looks like he's trying to get all his seniors in here. Little substitution here for Goodlet. He's going to take her out after a great performance. She deserves that ovation she's getting, Bailey.
Adrian Goodlet taken out onto the bench with a minute and a half left to go. Gets a big hug from some players on the sideline. Adrian Goodlet, one of the high school heroes when I was growing up with Adrian back in New Kent, Virginia. And Bellanier, off of the confusion, the officials didn't even know it was an and one. So she missed. The ball went out of bounds, and the official dribbled it. Nobody was there to rebound it. And now the Rams will get it back. Montreat didn't know that was just a one-shot situation, and just about everybody forgot.
And Bailey, it seems as though the referee that bounced the ball to Bellanier may have signaled 2 shots, and that's why the confusion there by the Montreat players. So my question to you, Bailey, what do you do in that scenario if you're the referee?
First of all, I guess I wouldn't make the mistake. Yeah, a little harsh there, but I mean, it was an and one. Got
Clearly.
this whole place rocking, so it was only going to be 1 shot. And now the officials wonder what to do off of this goof here. And this reminds me of the last time we were at Montreat when there was a foul called on Bluefield. A couple of foul shots were supposed to happen for Montreat, and it was supposed to be a 1-and-1, and the guy missed the first shot. And then they still gave him the second shot where he hit it. So then they had a review process for about 15 minutes, and the game ended up going into overtime. We were there for hours on end. And now it's happening here at the Dome again.
And it looks like they are going to, in fact, give the ball to Montreat. So like we talked about, that must have happened. Now some referees coming over to explain from Coach Mullins. And Bailey, he's hot. He's not happy.
Because for Kiara Bellanier, she didn't do anything wrong. She shot it. The ball bounced out. Montreat let the ball go out of bounds. So you would think that it should go to the Cavaliers. But where it gets hazy is the official fields the ball and starts to bounce it out before the ball actually went out of bounds.
And so basically Bluefield is getting penalized here, Bailey, for a mistake that the referee made. And Coach Mullins is letting him have it, Bailey. I have not seen Coach Mullins this irate in quite some time.
Well, you got to think, though, his team's up by 17. It's just not okay that they're going to let them do that to him. And now Corey Mullins just tells his team to get back on defense. They're already up by 17 with a minute and a half remaining. In all likelihood, that would not really translate into a big possession for Montreat. But in the end, you think that it should go to the Rams.
I 100% agree, Bailey. Coach Mullins just coaching his team to the best of his ability, and he's a quiet guy, but he's fiery in the game.
Stolen away by Brittany Holman, breaks towards the basket, loops, and scores on the layup. 62-43, Rams lead by 19. And now another whistle. And the officials still don't know how to get this one going again. There has been a lack of communication from the men in stripes. The men and women in stripes, I should say.
Hasn't been one of their best performances of the night.
And you don't like to bank the officials,
you don't,
but right
no.
there, just kind of let the game get ahead of them. A minute 10 remaining.
Coach Mullins just trying to get all of his seniors in and really doing this for the players. And you gotta tip your hat to Coach Mullins. He's been around. He's been at various places. He knows how to win games, and he knows how to treat his seniors, and hats off to him for doing just that.
Rams in their last home game. Chest pass top of the key. McConnell, 6-3 from the top of the arc, or rather that's Callaway. Now it is 62-46. Foul starting to happen. Brittany Holman will go to the line now. That foul is called on Sierra Brown with 52.8 seconds remaining. Rams lead by 16.
Holman will go to the line, just shooting 6 free throws on the season coming into today. This will be her 3rd and 4th on the day.
Holman trying to convert. The men's game right after this. The Rams have lost now 3 in a row as Holman misses the first shot from the charity stripe. But Bluefield women finishing strong. Huggins taken out of the game here on senior night, gets a hug.
Danae Cox still without that 3-point field goal. You think she gets it up here in the final 52 seconds? I'm not sure.
Might have a chance, but really it's not about that. They don't need her to do that as the second shot hits for Holman, 63-46. 45 seconds left to go in this women's contest. Rams got revenge against Montreat. Feed in, tipped around, and stolen by Haley Turman, wrestling the ball loose. And now a foul called on Montreat. That one will send Jasmine Dixon in the books for the first time in the second half.
Good for these seniors, all of them getting in the scorebook, playing a bunch of minutes. It's been a great performance here for the Rams, and you know, Bailey, we talked about it off air. Danae Cox limited to 0 points tonight, the leader for the Rams. 16 points per game, she doesn't score, and you still find yourself up now 18 points with under a minute to play. That's something that Coach Mullins has to be happy about.
Tiana Scott into the game. Brittany Holman taken off. The senior gets a standing ovation. Haley Turman hit the free throw. It is 64-46, 39.4 seconds remaining. Another shot, back iron miss, and a rebound for Jasmine Dixon. 8 seconds between game clock and shot clock, more like 9 seconds. As Camilla Drake walks that ball across midcourt, Rams want to get one more possession. They have 1 or 2 seniors on the floor with John Tisha Haynes and Tyra Jackson. Both of them have scored in this game. 10 seconds to shoot. Ball goes out of bounds, and Bluefield will get it back on the far end of the floor, or rather Montreat will keep it.
Bluefield still playing that stifling defense, and Coach Mullins here taking another senior out of the game.
Tyra Jackson out of the game, the senior from Bluefield, West Virginia. Gets a hug from Corey Mullins. Now 1 senior on the floor, John Tisha Haynes. 8 seconds now, swings top of the key, Callaway pops it back down low. Now looking for his shot, loops into Jasmine Dixon, pops, misses, and is picked out of the air by Danae Cox. 7 seconds, and a timeout called by Corey Mullins, likely to get someone else in. Crockett will come in for John Tisha Haynes, who gets her walk off of the floor.
Class act move there by Coach Mullins.
So she gets her moment as she goes down the bench, and now Bluefield has retired all of their seniors. 8.9 seconds left to go. Rams lead by 18. Montreat fought back and got it down within 11. Tiana Scott now has it and will dribble it out until the buzzer. So despite a scoreless night from Danae Cox, Bluefield commands and wins by 18, 64-46. A very deep night for Bluefield.
Very good night for Bluefield. You know, hopefully they can gain some momentum like we spoke to earlier going into the AAC tournament. And, you know, with Coach Mullins being such an experienced coach, he's been around, he's led teams deep in tournament runs. Hopefully he can have his team ready to go as he faces one of those top seeds next week in that AAC tournament.
Well, they have Truett McConnell this weekend, but that is it for this video broadcast here at the Dome. We got the men's one coming up right after this with about 20 minutes left before that happens. Rams win this one 64-46 on the women's end on the Rams Digital Sports Network.